In a small town, there lived a man named Benjamin, known for his kind heart and compassion. He had shared a beautiful life with his beloved wife, Elizabeth. But, beneath Benjamin's outward goodness, a secret tormented him, burdening his conscience with relentless guilt. The secret was this: when Benjamin was young and still newly married, he had made a terrible mistake. One day, as he was returning home from work, a woman of questionable character tempted him into doing something wrong. At first, he resisted and didn't want to participate, but the woman managed to convince and seduce him. Since that day, the guilt never left him. He wanted to confess to Elizabeth and ask for her forgiveness, but each time he tried, his confidence vanished, and he couldn't bring himself to share the truth. Despite that, he made a promise to himself to never repeat the mistake and remain true to that promise. Life went on, and as they grew older, Elizabeth fell ill. During her days of sickness, Benjamin's suffering intensified. The weight of his guilt became unbearable, overshadowing the love and beautiful memories they had shared. It seemed to him that he didn't deserve the happiness he had experienced with Elizabeth. When the time came for Elizabeth to leave this world, she took a key from under her pillow and placed it in Benjamin's hand. She whispered, "My dear, when I'm gone, go to the room and open the box in my closet. This key will unlock it. You will find peace and happiness forever." Days passed after her funeral, and Benjamin's torment grew stronger. He couldn't escape the grip of guilt and regret whenever he thought of Elizabeth's love. Finally, one day, he remembered her final words, and with a mix of curiosity and hope, he searched for the key and made his way to the room where the box awaited. Unlocking the box, he found a letter and a worn, fragile rose inside. Eager to understand its meaning, he opened the letter, written in Elizabeth's beautiful handwriting from her younger days. With trembling hands, he read her heartfelt words. "My dear Benjamin, if you're reading this, it means I have left this world. I want you to know how much I have loved you. You have brought so much joy into my life, but I have a secret that I kept hidden, for I didn't want to burden you while I was alive. I wanted our days together to be filled with happiness. That's why I decided to share this letter with you now." As Benjamin's eyes scanned the heartfelt words on the page, a surge of curiosity ignited within him. His heart quickened with anticipation, yearning to uncover the long-held secret Elizabeth had concealed. "Let me reveal the secret I have carried all these years. It is true that I know about your mistake, that day when temptation led you astray. I was there with a rose, waiting to express my love for you. I saw the woman and witnessed the struggle in your eyes. You fought against her advances, and even though she succeeded, I knew your love for me was stronger. I was devastated, and I ran home in tears. But I made a choice, Benjamin. I chose to act as if I knew nothing, to preserve our happiness and protect our love. When you returned that day, I saw your guilt, your regret, even though you never spoke a word. And from that day forward, I knew you were repentant and desired to make things right. You have shown me your remorse in countless ways. Your love and care for me grew stronger with each passing year. You kept your promise, never repeating the same mistake. But, my dear, it's time to forgive yourself. You have acknowledged your wrongdoing. You have reflected upon your actions. You have remained steadfast in your commitment to never repeat that mistake. But, my beloved, you have never granted yourself forgiveness. If you truly love me, Benjamin, I implore you to release the burden of guilt that has consumed you for far too long. Instead of dwelling in regret, choose to forgive yourself and embrace the happiness that awaits you in the remaining chapters of your life. I want you to know that I forgave you long ago. I saw the strength of your character, the love that radiated from within you. Our love was never tarnished by that moment of weakness. The rose you just find will prove that our love is still there. I want you to be free, to live each day with the knowledge that you are loved and forgiven. Cherish our memories, my dear Benjamin, but do not let them imprison you. Embrace the future that lies before you, unburdened by the weight of guilt. Your spirit deserves to soar once again, to find solace in the happiness that is rightfully yours. You have been my rock, my guiding light, and the source of immeasurable joy in my life. I want nothing more than to see you find inner peace and live a life filled with happiness and contentment. I will forever be with you, guiding you from beyond the realms of this world, whispering words of love and encouragement. So, my dearest Benjamin, forgive yourself and live. Live for the love we shared, the love that remains eternal. Allow your heart to be light once more, and may your days be filled with the warmth of our memories and the happiness that awaits you. With all my love, Elizabeth. As Benjamin finished reading Elizabeth's letter, tears streamed down his face, carrying with them a mixture of sorrow and relief. He realized that Elizabeth's love had always encompassed forgiveness, and it was time for him to grant himself that same forgiveness. From that day forward, Benjamin embraced the legacy of their love. He chose to let go of the shackles of guilt and honor Elizabeth's memory by living a life of joy, gratitude, and love. With each passing day, he carried her words in his heart, allowing them to guide him towards a future filled with peace and happiness. And so, Benjamin lived the rest of his days in serenity, cherishing the love he had shared with Elizabeth, and embracing the profound wisdom of forgiveness. The memory of his beloved Elizabeth remained a beacon of light, illuminating his path and reminding him that true love encompasses understanding, compassion, and the power to heal even the deepest wounds. In the end, their love prevailed, and Benjamin found solace in the knowledge that he was forgiven, both by Elizabeth and, most importantly, by himself. In our lives, mistakes are inevitable, but it is essential that we do not let guilt consume us. Instead, we must strive to release ourselves from its grip. It begins by acknowledging our wrongdoings, reflecting on our actions, and ensuring that we never repeat those mistakes again. But perhaps the most crucial step is to forgive ourselves.